Hey, it's Miss Kristina with another preschool story time. Are you ready? Me too. Okay, it's time for a story. The Whole Story of the Doughnut by Pat Miller. Few remember the master mariner, Hanson Crockett Gregory, though he was bold and brave and bright. But the pastry he invented, more than 166 years ago, is eaten daily by doughnut lovers everywhere. This is his story. In 1844, he was just 13 years old when he went to sea. He quickly rose to cook's assistant. Then he was put to work high in the rigging. He could steer a ship over trackless waves by sun and stars. Sounds very brave, doesn't he? By 19, he was captain of a cargo ship. A few more years later, he raced his cargo from Maine to California on the fastest ship on any ocean. Wow. On one voyage, he risked ship and crew to rescue 7 Spanish sailors from certain death in a frigid sea. When the news reached Spain, Queen Isabella II awarded Captain Gregory a medal for his heroism. The crew of the Ivanhoe had worked up mighty appetites through the night. It would be the same coffee and fried cakes they served most mornings. The cook tossed wood into the belly of the cast-iron stove, heating the cauldron of lard. He formed balls of sweetened dough, and the aroma of browning sugar rose as the cook dropped in the first blobs of dough. When the cakes were fried, Hanson dumped them out into the dining table. They were sweet and crisp, at least on the edges. They were actually raw in the center, heavy with grease, making them drop like cannonballs. The sailors called them sinkers. And that does not sound like the doughnuts that we eat today, does it? As he shaped another batch, he had an idea. He took a lid and cut a perfect hole in the center of each sinker. Then he tossed the rings into the bubbling lard. I wonder what that will do. What do you think it's going to do? The cakes were brown and sweet and fully cooked. Sighs of delight rose above the noisy sea. A new breakfast tradition was born. Hanson shared his invention with his mother. She cooked up large batches to sell at her friend's store, as well as on the docks to hungry sailors. Ship's cooks now served them, calling them holy cakes. That's how Hanson's invention spread around the world, and down the years, and right into your stomachs. But sailors like their stories bold. Not satisfied with the pastry's humble origins, they made up stories. One told of how Captain Gregory wrestled the wheel as the sea became a monster. The first mate brought out sinkers to keep the captain's strength up. Just as the captain grabbed one, the waves crashed over his head. He speared the sinker on the wheel's spoke. He invented the doughnut while he saved the ship. That sounds like a more fun story, huh? Another legend tells of how wild waves grabbed 5 sailors and pulled them overboard right after breakfast. With bellies full of oily pastries, they sank like stones. Captain Gregory shouted, "Never again." He used a wooden belaying pin to punch holes into every cake, so they resembled the ship's life rings. No sailor has since been drowned by his breakfast. That sounds like a fun story too, huh? I think sailors are really good at stories. Interviewed in 1916, Captain Gregory seemed amused at all of the fuss over his invention 69 years before. He laughed as he teased the reporter that he had invented the first hole ever seen by mortal eyes. When the reporter asked if he was pleased with his invention, he replied, "Well, sir, those doughnuts were the finest I'd ever tasted. No more indigestion, no more sinkers, just well done, fried through doughnuts." The end. Okay, sounds like it's time for a song. And now we're going to do the Muffin Man because it's Desserts Week. Are you ready? Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, we know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, we know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, we know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, we know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, we know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, we know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. Good job. Okay, and now it's time for a story. Now we're going to read This Little Bunny Can Bake by Janet Stein. Hurry, class is about to begin. Following their noses, the new students arrive one by one at Chef George's world-famous dessert school. Eager students have come from far and wide to study with the master pastry chef. Bonjour, everyone. I am Chef Georges. I know everything there is to know about dessert, and as of now, you know absolutely nothing. But I will teach you. It's very simple. See how easy it is? Questions, anyone? What's an ingredient? Looks like we're going to have to start from the beginning. This is a pot. This is a spoon. This is an egg. And this is a pot on a stove. And these are a few recipes from the world's greatest dessert chef. Now, the time has come to train your noses. Cover your eyes and tell me what you smell. No peeking. After many hours of instruction, the moment to start baking had finally arrived. On your marks, get set, go! Take the time to measure carefully. Sometimes teamwork is necessary, and complete concentration is a must. A dessert should smell as good as it tastes. The kitchen must be kept neat and orderly. Uh-oh. Does it look neat and orderly? I don't know. And don't forget, presentation is everything. Ta-da! Finished. Would anyone like a bite? Fine job, everyone. Now line up with the rest of your desserts and smile for the camera. Say cheese! The end. Oh, it sounds like it's time for a song, and we're going to sing Baby Shark. So let's get our little baby sharks out, and here we go.
Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. Mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark. Daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark do 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 do, daddy shark. Grandma shark do 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 do, grandma shark do 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 do, grandma shark do 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 do, grandma shark. Grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark do 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 do, grandpa shark. Let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt do 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 do, let's go hunt. Run away do 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 do, run away do 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 do, run away do 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 do, run away. Safe at last do 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 do, safe at last do 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 do, safe at last do 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 do, safe at last. It's the end do 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 do, it's the end do 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 do, it's the end do 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 do, it's the end.
Okay, and now it's time for a craft. Today, we're going to be making paper plate pies, created by Maker Exchange. Now, some of the supplies we're going to need is a paper plate, some crayons or colored pencils or even markers, brown paper or tan paper, some scissors, and glue. The first thing we want to do is to cut out the brown paper into strips. That will be our pie crust top. Next, we're going to color the paper plate. The rim is going to be brown or tan for our crust, and then the inside is going to be the color of your choice to represent your favorite pie flavor. Next, we're going to glue the strips of brown paper onto the top of our pie. And we now have a delicious dessert. So that's it for today, but don't forget we have a bunch of other virtual story times just waiting for you on our YouTube channel, or go to cityofcorona.com/library for additional e-media. You can also participate in the Click, Park, and Pickup, which is my favorite, or you can stop by the library yourself to browse the bookshelves. See you next time.